to shift back and forth. When you're done now, we are going to half kneel, and we're going to take our front leg, the knee is going to track right over the foot, and we're just going to press into that stretch. You should feel it nice up the back of the leg here. You need to use your arms for support, pressing forward each time a little bit further, about 5 times on each side. Go ahead and switch. All right. After that, we're going to go to kind of like a plank position, but we're going to bring up one of our feet right next to the hand. We're going to press down with the hips. Hold. Count to like 8 or 10 here. You go ahead and switch. Go ahead and walk in. Roll up nice and slow. Pull up, stretching the hamstring there. I'm going to swing our arms in and out. Just loosening everything up before we get moving. Go ahead and swing up, back down. All right, and let's just do 5 of our shoulder W's. So hinge at the hips, pulling the shoulder blades together in the back. The elbows come back, the hands follow. All right, so we are going to do 6 exercises. Really, it's some of the exercises are it's the same, but on either side. So 6 exercises, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Or I might have put 10. We'll find out. I'm not sure what I put on my timer, but 10 to 15 seconds off. So the first exercise, you'll need your dumbbells. If you don't have them, that's fine. You'll be good to go. So you're going to curl up, and at the same time, simultaneously, you're going to curtsy lunge back. So when I curtsy lunge, my foot, let me see how I can get for you to see the best. My foot comes back behind my other foot, but I have it slightly angled. So when I lunge or squat, my knees come out at opposite angles. So knee behind knee, but they're coming out at opposite angles here. So I'm going to curl up and curtsy lunge and come back to center. I will repeat on the same leg. Then we'll have our break, and I will switch to the other leg. Again, repeating and curling in between each curtsy. All right. After that, we have beast shoulder taps. So a beast position is similar to how you bear crawl. So I'm going to have my shoulder above my wrist, my knees right above the floor, my shins parallel to the floor, and my hips square. So this is a beast position, and I am just going to shoulder tap. Similar to a plank shoulder tap, but a little bit different position with our body. After that, we have a little bit of balance and strength here. It's a lot of ankle stability. We're going to have one foot set, and our other foot we're going to bring forward, tap out in front. It's not quite a squat, but tap in front, pull back, and tap in the back. If you can, don't bring your foot down in the middle. So you should feel that strength in the base leg, but you might feel it a lot in your ankle and your foot trying to stay stable. you want a more of a challenge, you can do it on your mat because it's not as stable of a surface. All right, we're gonna do that 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. And finally, we're gonna have an explosive jump. So it's not quite a jump squat because you're not landing all the way down, but it's the same idea. So you're gonna bend the knees, explode up, land softly. So you still wanna land with a bent knee for soft, but this is more for explosiveness and speed than it is a squat. All right, hopefully that one makes sense for you guys. And we're gonna start with the curl to curtsy lunge. I like to do my right foot going back first, so my left foot is stable. You choose whichever you prefer, and then just make sure you switch. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead. So curl up and curtsy. And as you come up, you come down with the wind. And rest. All right, we got 20 seconds rest here. Sorry, thought it was only 15. Three, 2, 1, switching to that other leg. So curling up, curtsying down, or squatting, lunging, however you want to label this. Eight seconds left. And rest. Go ahead and put those down. You are going to get down to the ground and be ready for that bear or beast stance, and then you're going to shoulder tap. So shoulders above wrists, knees right above the ground. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. So beast position and tap. Make sure you're not drooping on either side. Two, 1, and rest. Whew. That'll burn your thighs out. All right, now we have the front and the back taps. So you're not quite squatting down, but you are bringing the body width to go through. And if you can, not tapping in the middle. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. Take a leg. You're focusing on that leg the whole time. This is more about ankle stability and balance than anything else. Because if we don't have the ankle stability and balance, doesn't matter how strong we are, we're not going to be able to complete our other lifts the way we want. And rest. All right, 20 seconds, and then we'll get to the other side. So that this ankle, I sprain very often, so I really feel that exercise burning up in that area that I need to strengthen. All right, other leg in 3, 2, 1, go ahead. So you're just tapping forward, bring it up, and then tapping in the back. Think about it as reaching with your foot in front of you. So you got to bend that knee and reaching back. I'm not transferring my weight. I'm just tapping the ground. The weight always stays in this leg. And rest. All right. We have our explosive jumps coming up. Again, this one's for speed and explosiveness. Don't worry about squatting all the way down, but make sure you have soft knees when you go up and when you land. 3, 2, 1. So I start a little bit bent and I just go. I throw the hands back like I'm pushing the floor away, and I push through the floor with my feet as well as I explode up, and I land on the balls of my feet with soft knees to come down. And then from this position, I explode back up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. I'll give you a little bit longer rest here. Grab water if you need it. And we're going to repeat this again from the beginning with the curl to curtsy lunge. All right. Are we ready? We're starting here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. So you're curling up and curtsying down at the same time. If you don't have weights, just do it with your hands, because that's where your hands will be out of the way when you're curtsy lunging anyway. Otherwise, you're curling straight up from bottom to top. At the top, we curtsy. On the way up, we come back down. Oh, sorry, I'm alternating. You should be staying on the same leg. 20 seconds rest. And then again, sticking with the same leg the whole time. Three, 2, 1, go ahead. If you made the same mistake as me and you're alternating, go ahead and do alternating again for 30 seconds so you don't over strengthen one side. Let's switch now. And rest. All right, we're going into that bear or beast hold with the shoulder taps. So you want to make sure your back is nice and flat so that you have a 90-degree angle coming from your thigh and your shins are right above the floor. And go ahead. So twisting the hands out, bring the shoulder blades down to create that nice big core. So when you lift the hand, it's nice and strict and your hips aren't dipping. So that's where your core comes into play. Your thighs are taking the brunt of the weight, holding your body up. And all right, now we have the ankle stability movement. So reaching forward and back with the foot. This needs a nice tight core as well. Because as you reach forward, you're going to stay upright. As you reach back, you're going to slightly hip hinge. All right, and go ahead. Take which leg is staying stable. The other leg reaching forward and back. Again, to challenge yourself, try not to put the foot down in the middle. There's a light tap in the back, light tap in the front, and repeat. Reaching back is very similar to our single leg deadlift. So this ankle stability is going to help with that. Rest, and we'll switch to the other side in 20 seconds. This ankle stability is going to help with your single leg deadlifts, with all of your deadlifts really. Go ahead and switch in 3, 2, 1. And any type of jumping and lunging you might be doing. And strong ankles, you strengthen them now, you're less likely to injure them later. balance is something we lose as we age. So the more you use it, then hopefully you won't lose it. And rest. All right, we have our explosive jumps. So we have one more round of exercises. And then we'll see what time it is. All right. Three, two, one, go ahead. So you're exploding up through the floor. You want to think about pushing the floor away from you and then catching yourself softly. Push away, catch. Push away, catch. All right. Each time, throwing those hands down and back. Exploding through. 5 seconds left. And rest. Good. All right. Take a quick water break. Catch your breath and come back. And we have time for at least one more. And we'll see what's up after that. I have a finisher written out, but we're going to have time for it. We're going to start with the curl to curtsy lunge in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. So keeping the same leg stable the whole time, curling up, opposite leg tucks back, a slight angle, so it's more of a curtsy and less of a straight lunge. And rest. All right, 20 seconds, and then we're switching to the other side. Three, 2, 1, go ahead. Ten seconds left. And rest. All right, you have 20 seconds before your bear hold. Nine seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. So shoulder over wrist, knees over floor, shins parallel, thighs 90-degree angle from the hip. Back nice and flat. And then you're tapping the opposite shoulder. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right. We have our ankle stability coming up. Rotate forward and then back. Balancing on that one leg the whole time. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. And rest. Switching to the other side in a minute here. I know some of these exercises seem harder, some of them seem easier, but they're all pinpointing certain movements or movement patterns that we neglect in our regular just, curl and push and squat movements, but they're all important for building. Go ahead, start on the other leg. They're all important for building a stronger foundation for the rest of those more typical exercises. Something a lot of us neglect to do is just go and do the big main lifts, kind of forget about the little things. That's how we create weaknesses. And rest. All right. We're exploding up in 15 seconds. And go ahead. Make sure you're breathing. I am burning my thighs. Whew. 10 seconds left. You got it. Oh, my explosiveness isn't as explosive as what I started. And rest. All right. Good work. It looks like we only have about 5 minutes left. So we're going to cool down. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, after you take a couple of those big deep breaths, we're gonna go in with the breath, up with the arms, then out with breath, down with the arms, and bend over. And repeat. Hard to do all this and talk at the same time. I'm losing my breath. All right, so hold at the bottom and kind of rock or sway, like bending the knees, alternating. Nice stretch in the hamstring. Go ahead and reach down for your toes, the ground if you can, higher up if you can't. And just hold for a second. One up. We're going to do similar to that Spider-Man stretch that we did earlier with the hand coming to the instep of our foot. But now we're going to add a twist. So I want you to start in a lunge now. Place the hand down and open the body up away from that hand and leg. And come down, step in, and alternate. Come in, roll on up. And we're going to come to our mat or soft surface, hopefully you have one. We're going to bring the legs out. We'll bring the hands forward, and we're going to rock forward and back. So this is for our hips, as well as our hamstring. Go ahead and switch the other leg. Bring the knees in. We're going to do a quick stretch for our back. We're going to do a needle and a thread. So reach in with one arm, and then that arm goes out and opens up. But our hands are going to be forward. So you're going to reach in and press down for 3 breaths. And you're going to open up for 3 breaths. Go ahead and repeat. All right, go ahead and switch to the other side. So as you tread in, you can press down into that shoulder. And as you come up, you really want to lengthen that back. repeat. All right. Go ahead and tuck those toes under, walk the legs up. And just swing the arms in and out. All right, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a little sweat on.